Hello and welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls, to today's pick a card reading. So today I'm doing another yes or no because those seem to be preferred. I like them too. It's nice when it's a busy day like today. So this is pretty straightforward. If you have a yes or no question, this is really what we're going to be looking at. I have oracle cards, a yes or no tarot card for each group, and then I'm also going to be pulling advice cards from a different tarot deck for each group. So we have 6 different choices today because Spirit was very specific, like, nope, we're doing 6. I'm like, oh, okay. So we have 6 different choices today. We have option 1 with this green heart chakra stone. Option 2 with this yellow solar plexus chakra stone. Option 3 with the purple crown chakra stone. Option 4 with the blue throat chakra stone. Option 5 with this lovely blue gold stone, little obelisk. I love it. I love it. And then option 6 with this little turtle, and then he's got the little whoop-ah surprise show. The element of surprise. So let me see. Can you guys see all those? Since I'm super good at holding stuff out of the frame. All right, let me just adjust the camera super quick. Oh no, you can see my little hand. All right, y'all are patient as hell. All right, cool. Since apparently I'm super good at just sticking things outside of where you can see. So yeah, take as much time as you need, pause the video if need be, meditate, contemplate on the options in front of you. When you have selected a particular group for your question you feel intuitively drawn to, head down to the timestamps in the description box. Oh my God, it's one of those days, you guys, to get your reading. And with that, I'm going to start with group 1. Move this bad boy over here. All right. Hello, group 1. So you chose this green heart chakra I love stone. I'm not really getting a lot off this right now. I'm hearing it's not important. So sometimes I like to channel based off of the little signifier. But this is not that day. So they're like, it's not important. So my intentions with the oracle cards is that I wanted to pull these oracle cards, or this one in particular from this deck, to kind of look at like an extra sort of confirmation, right? So whatever comes through, this might kind of lend some more specific information. Now this can resonate with your question, it does not have to, so this is just like added confirmation for some people. And then also just additional information. But we have, we have change. Okay, so we have the number 5 here. As you can see in this card, the Merkaba is the same color as the background. Not all of them are in this deck. But if you're asking for a change, with all the blue here, this might be in alignment with your truth. This is almost like more of a teal, so it's kind of like blue and green kind of mixed together, very pretty. So this is something that's in alignment with your heart-centered truth. If you've been asking, should I make a change? And especially this feels like a really fundamental change. So maybe something where it would alter your daily life pretty consistently. I'm hearing your lifestyle. So it could be something like that. It could be something that impacts, I don't know, I'm getting like 5 major things in your life, whether it's like, your job and your living space, your financial well-being, a couple significant relationships. So something like that. But this is something, the first thing I was really getting is like, you're ready for this change. You're aligned with this change and you've brought this in for yourself. So don't get scared. But any like bigger changes, this is, and it doesn't have to be big, but I feel like this is, I'm hearing you'll know it when you see it. Like you'll feel the weight and the gravity of this, right? So even if it's seemingly a small change, if it feels like it's very meaningful, that can also really resonate. But this is saying that change is on the horizon, and it's because you're finally ready for it. And this also might mean that there's like truth coming forward to help facilitate this change, or like about this change. And this is because you're ready. So we have, there it is. We have Larimar with Neptune and perspective. This is card 22. That's a master number, reducing to a 4. Yeah, again, it's because you're in alignment now, or very soon will be, in a way that you haven't been before. We have, again, the master number 22. So this could be about partnerships, but also decision making, being at a crossroads and creating different and stronger foundations for yourself. So that's what I was saying. Like, it's like a foundational change. It's a big deal. It could be something that impacts, I don't know, I'm getting like 5 major things in your life, whether it's like, you know, your job and your financial well-being, your living space, financial well-being, it could be something like that. But this is something, the first thing I was really getting is like, you're ready for this change. You're aligned with this change and you've brought this in for yourself. So something like that. But this is something that's in alignment with your truth. If you've been asking, should I make a change? And especially this feels like a really fundamental change. So maybe something where it would alter your daily life pretty consistently. I'm hearing your lifestyle. So so there is change taking place. Neptunian energy is always kind of confusing and sort of hazy, so you might not really be sure about all the details or how this is going to happen. And maybe this is why you're watching, is like trying to get some more clarity on the situation. Not all of it has been revealed yet, but change is taking place. I think intuitively you know this. So this is your yes or no answer. We have, yeah, the Six of Cups. Oh, okay. So this could be about, I'm really drawn into the word reconciliation here. You might be reconciling with somebody, or asking if you're going to reconcile with somebody. This could be about having children. This also could be asking about somebody who you have a past life with, or dreams from childhood. There's something here I'm also getting for some of you. You've been really doing a lot of inner child healing, and that's what's making way for this change, is because you're having a more, I don't want to say like an adult perspective, like you're immature or anything like that, but wherever needed healing and reconciling within yourself. I feel like you're coming into a space of internal and like internal harmony that creates external harmony, right? Because they're in resonance together, in resonant harmony. So yeah, I feel like you've been doing this, and this could be with another person, just because we have the two that are like clutching on to each other. Whatever this is, I feel like I'm hearing you've mastered it. You've learned the lesson. You know, you've gotten that shift in perspective. You've really been doing the work, and now this is opening you up to making changes that I feel like weren't available. I'm hearing weren't possible to you before, so weren't available to you. So there might be this like kind of energy of like why, you know, did I have to go through XYZ thing in order to get to this change? Like, because it's almost, again, you know, we're talking about like something that doesn't seem like a big deal on the surface, but it has a lot of weight to it. This kind of feels like there's something where it's like maybe the experience was really brief, or it was like seemingly something that, pardon my sniffles, you're like, this shouldn't be impacting me so much, something like that. But there was a lot of like energy from the past that really needed to get resolved. So if somebody came into your life, and I'm saying this because we have the two people, again, sharing one cup, clutching onto one cup, but then we have the 5 here. So if there was like somebody who came into your life and then there was some loss, there may have been grief, like especially, I'm getting past life issues, past life grief, that needed to be healed. And there's something about you guys sharing the energy together that was really, really important. Or whatever this situation was, where you've kind of, you know, you've been going through some changes, or you've been preparing for changes, whatever has been leading up to this, even if it seems small and insignificant or like a dead end, it played a role energetically. And now you have opportunities that are available to you, or soon will be. Change is coming, and it's very enlightened change, and it's very positive, but it is unfamiliar. And I feel like your guides are really trying to let you know that this is a direct result of the work you've done, and to also not be afraid moving forward, because I feel like you're stepping into unknown territory is almost kind of the energy, but you're ready for it. They didn't give it to you before because you weren't, and you are now. Excuse me. So I do want to pull you guys just a couple cards of advice. They're just leaping out. I don't have to do anything. Yeah, the 8 of Wands reversed. You've been kind of stuck for a while. I think things are finally going to be moving forward, though. So for advice, you have the 9 of Swords reversed. Yeah, don't worry, baby. The 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. And the Fountain reversed. So this is a specific card to this deck that's very much about being in connection to source energy. And this is kind of talking about, to me, there is still some alignment. Excuse me. Wow. Excuse me. So I was saying there's still some alignment that needs to happen. So this might have to do with your truth, because my throat chakra just like closed up like hardcore. What I'm hearing is really like, don't worry about this. There might be something where there's one final thing that you need to kind of walk away from or let go of that's not serving you anymore, because it's keeping you out of alignment. And your guides are letting you know that it's okay to make that change. If something has ended and it was not, you know, it was not something that you wanted to end, your guides are really encouraging you to try not to lose sleep over it, because it was absolutely divinely orchestrated. Even in the midst of what seems like chaos, there's perfect order, is what I'm really getting. yeah, especially if somebody walked away from you, because we have two people here and this one person, somebody walked away from you. If you're afraid of somebody walking away from you, like, first of all, one of the things I heard when I put down the Eight of Cups reverse was like, it's not over till it's over. Just remember that. So normally I'd feel like, oh, it's, there's still an opportunity to fix things, right? You still have skin in the game kind of a thing. But I'm almost more getting like things are still coming together, so it's okay. Because some of you might really be worried about making this change, and like what your guides really want you to know is everything that's happening, even though it doesn't seem like it, absolutely has purpose. With this Neptune energy, that things are not clear, but you are being guided. You are perfectly on track. Do not doubt that at all. And I feel like now is the time for you to really focus on kind of going within and trying to manage any fearful thoughts, any anxiety you might have, because things are getting ready to shift. Some things are going to leave your life if they haven't already. You are going to be prompted to walk away from things that aren't serving you anymore, because you have this power of source energy backing you up. And the changes that need to be made, like, follow the entire thing here is like to follow your intuition and try not to worry about the details. The universe is your planner right now. Like, you've got the details. They're taking care of everything. But excuse me, I have a little ant on me. Your participation is in trying to manage your energy and your thoughts. But the answer to this question, essentially, this is a yes. And it is positive, but I do feel like there's like a little bittersweet here, because I do feel like it requires letting go of some things that you've held very, very dear, in order to manifest this sort of next level. So I hope that has been helpful. I think this is everything I'm seeing for group 1. I have so appreciated having you here. I'm wishing you the absolute best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. All right, thanks guys. Bye. Hi group 2. All right, so you guys chose this solar plexus chakra stone with I do. There's something where I feel like I wanted to nod really hard when I said like I do. So there's something where I feel like you're answering in the affirmative, or you're being encouraged to give a hearty, enthusiastic yes. Obviously to what you actually enjoy, right? The solar plexus chakra can be about our power. So, this is, I feel like, giving power to your yes, especially if you've been hesitating, you've been hanging back. I'm seeing somebody worrying about finances. So there might be something that you are worried about taking action on because of financial constraints. And this is just kind of encouraging you to give, like I said, a hearty, enthusiastic yes to the things that you would like to say yes to in life, the experiences you'd like to have. So I pulled a couple oracle cards, but this one's supposed to kind of be a little bit of like a topic signifier. This might apply, this might not. This could just be extra confirmation. It's okay if it doesn't apply to your question. But I did just kind of want to put it out there for more information and to kind of hopefully help be that confirmation for some folks. So we have, patience. Okay. So I mentioned actually, because the first group had a card that was a similar sort of situation where the Merkaba is the same color as the background. I feel like there's something where there's an energy of waiting in the first one, but it's very, very different. When it's the same color, this to me says that your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality. Meaning, especially with this being patience and the sacral chakra, I feel like you've been waiting for a while. You've been biding your time. You've been waiting for the perfect moment to act. You've been waiting for the time to, I'm almost getting like this is something where if this is a negotiation like work, you've been waiting for just the right time to ask for, a raise, to throw your hat into the ring for a promotion, something like conditions are pretty much perfect. They're almost perfect. And this is why I feel like the universe is kind of letting you know to like, you've been very, very patient. And now when this gift is offered to you, when this opportunity comes along, know that you have earned it. Don't be shy about answering in the affirmative because you've been waiting for a very long time. for whatever this is. And it's coming towards you. So we have, we have card 5 with the tangerine quartz, solar plexus chakra, and Shakti. Okay, yes, this is coming in for your power, right? Working with tangerine quartz might be helpful for you. Your power has been rising, and I feel like, again, there's like this coiled snake waiting to strike kind of an energy. That the conditions had to be just perfect. And I feel like that may have been hard for you, especially with the solar plexus energy showing up twice. If you tend to be the kind of person that likes to take action, you're a doer, it may have been really hard to just kind of sit back and wait. Excuse me. And I feel like this was an important lesson for you. But this is all about tapping into your power. And there's something where I feel like the time is finally coming for you to shine, for you to and maybe this is what I mean, like you're throwing your hat in the ring about a promotion, or you're asking for that raise, you're asking to lead a team, you're giving a presentation on something and you're just gonna nail it, you're submitting an important assignment for school. There's something like that, right? There's something where you're ready to shoot your shot and the time is now. So if you're asking, do I put this out to the public? Do I make this content? Do I, whatever it is, do I release this thing? Yep. It's time, or it's very, very soon to be time. We have a number of change here as well. So things are about to shift and change pretty considerably for you. And this is all about you saying yes to your power. So your yes or no answer here is, interesting, the 2 of Wands. Okay, plans, partnership, and influence. I like it, even though it's the 2 of Wands, there's the 3 flames, so it's got a little bit of a 3 of Wands energy. Your ships are coming in. I think this to me is kind of like you've been waiting. Excuse me, this is a portal energy. So you've been waiting. And it's really fascinating. If you've ever gotten a personal reading with me, which thank you if you have, and thank you even if you haven't, I'm just happy to have you here. Excuse me, I talk about the 2 of Wands a lot, and one of the things I think is the most telling is that in the traditional card, there's a man, he's standing on this wall of a castle, and there's a wand to his right, and it's bolted to the wall. In his right hand, he holds a globe. In his left hand, he holds a wand, right? So this indicates to me that he's, with the globe, it's like a reference to the world card. He's finished up a major cycle, but he also has a lot of options in front of him. And this is really about trying to figure out what the best way forward is. There's the wand to his right, and this is bolted to the wall, so it's representing a more established, known, or explored path. But I think it stands to reason that if you were to almost press play on that moment, that scene, and you were to tell the man on the 2 of Wands, all right, pick a wand and go, he would probably take the one that's already in his hand, meaning intuitively you already kind of know which way to go. But just because there's a wand in both hands here, you may not fully have picked a direction yet. Or what I'm almost getting here is that it's like I feel like this could go either way. You have multiple ways that you could pursue this, multiple times, again, there's the 3 flames, so it's almost like the 3 of Wands here. Your ships are coming in, and you just have multiple ways in which you can kind of manifest that, or see that manifest in your reality. You're not tethered to anything. The power is in your hands, right? And again, because we have a wand in both hands, the power is in your hands, and what you want is going to manifest. It might just be a question of how much, right? So if you think about this the Ace of Wands, and this almost its own 2 of Wands, because of the 2 flames, it might just be, how do I move forward? You might still be in this kind of energy of trying to, you may have had to be really patient for this to manifest, and you're trying to figure out, do I wait a little bit longer? So it's kind of do I go for it, or do I stay in this sort of planning energy, right? And this is really talking about you've been very, very patient. Trust your intuition for sure. But also that trust yourself to be powerful. Trust your own power, and your sense of timing for sure. So I like that quite a lot. So this is neither a specific yes or no. I am getting a yes energy. It might be yes predicated on you taking action. I know these are almost oppositional messages of take action versus be patient. If you've recently taken some kind of action, you're asking, especially in a partnership, a creative project, you know, some travel plans. If you've recently taken some action and you're like, ooh, is that the right move? Yep, absolutely. You might just need, with this patience card, you might need a little bit of time before you see the full fruits of your labor. If you're thinking about embarking on a new path, this would be one that you feel very inspired to pursue, one you're very passionate about. Don't be afraid of things taking a little bit of time to manifest. That doesn't mean that you've made the wrong choice, right? So if you're asking about anything like that, you know, the answer is a yes regardless, but especially if you're asking about anything like that, it's absolutely a yes. Now, if you are asking about a situation where you've had to be very patient, either in an answer or for something to come through, to be kind of given the green light to take action, this is really saying like your patience is a lot of your patience is lauded, but this is a yes predicated on you taking action in a very like authentic way, like not being afraid again of your own power, not being afraid to say what you need to say, not being afraid to make the plans. We have this like portally energy here too, so really not being afraid to make all the plans that you need to make, to speak your truth, to do what you feel led to do. So this is a yes, specifically with, you know, keeping in mind that your action is potent and powerful and meaningful in this situation. So I think that's everything I have for group 2. Oh no, I forgot to pull you advice cards. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. They're like, no, they don't even need advice. You got this. Okay, hang on. I want this one actually. I want to look at what this one was. The King of Pentacles might have to do with work or with an earth sign. 4 of Wands reverses could have to do with moving homes, especially like quite a large distance. Yeah, the 8 of Wands reversed, okay. The Knight of Wands, okay. And the Page of Swords, okay. So we have fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, and air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have travel energy in these 2 cards. Now this one is reversed, right? It's kind of like, to me, being patient, like everything is converging here, and I think things are going to pick up and move very quickly when they start to move, but you're not quite there yet. For some of you, this is all about traveling abroad, studying abroad, or teaching abroad, just because the Page of Swords is quite a student, right? So for some of you, that's absolutely what you're looking into. For some of you, you're very curious about some kind of travel plans or some type of creative project. But this is something that you're very inspired to do. This is something that I like random bits of like fuzz and stuff all over the board that you're very inspired to do. Do your research. Don't be afraid to take more time and be patient with it. Especially for some of you, I feel like this is an opportunity where there's a fear if things aren't moving, or it's like a fear of like, oh, if I don't jump on this immediately, it's not going to happen. That's not the case. Don't be afraid to take time to make plans, but don't think for a single second that you can't have this, you can't do this, right? For some of you, you want to, like I said, make content with these 2 cards. You want to, we have the word influence, so maybe be an influencer. That can come to you, but it also does take time, right? It doesn't always move quickly. It doesn't move the fastest. So whatever this is a yes. It may take time to fully come to fruition, or if you've already been waiting for this for a while, trust your instincts, your intuition on the moment to strike, and don't be afraid to do a little bit of extra research if you haven't already. That might help make you feel, I'm like getting like less jittery. I don't use that word that often, but like less jittery, less concerned about the road ahead. So I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you guys the best, the brightest, the most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Bye, guys. Okay. Okay, hi group 3. So you guys picked this lovely crown chakra stone with I know. Yeah, I'm just immediately hearing like, you already know. You know the answer to this. So this might be a question. I'm gonna call you out because I love you. This might be a question you've been asking a lot, or a question you've been trying to get answers for from your guides. You've been talking to lots of tarot readers, or you know, medium, psychics. You've been asking for a lot of advice from friends, family, which is not a problem, but this is Spirit saying, we have given you the answer through many different forms. You already know. And this is, you know, this might just be where you're looking for extra confirmation, or you're kind of looking for some comfort. But that's sort of the first thing I got, where like your guides aren't annoyed, but they're just kind of like, you already know. Don't you lie to me with that cute little face of yours. Like, that's kind of the energy. It's real sassy today. I like it. So this card, I pulled back up, Snessa. I pulled these oracle cards to kind of be like signifiers for what we could be discussing potentially. So this may resonate with the type of question you're asking or the situation you're asking about, but it does not have to. This also could just be additional information, but I did just want to start with this so we kind of get a closer look. So we have, oh, I could see. You guys have spiritual partnership, pardon my burp. This is card 27 that reduces to a 9. So there's somebody very important in your life, but there's an opportunity. I'm feeling more, there's definitely a person. So it might be a person who's offering an opportunity, but there is a person in your life who is a spiritual partner to you. You have work to do together. Now this might be romantic, this could be platonic, this could be, you know, a business partner, a colleague. I feel like for many of you, you know that this person is a spiritual partner for you. You know this person is spiritually important to you, but you might be kind of like confused about the details. That's okay. You're not like, they're almost saying like, if you don't know everything that you need to know, you already know. So if you don't know it, if you're not sure, if it's not clear to you, then it's not meant to be at this time. So everything you're supposed to know for this point in your journey, you're already aware of. Now you might be asking more specific kind of detailed questions, and we'll kind of get into it a little bit more. But they're kind of being a little bit cheeky with it. But this situation, this person, you know, the offer that they bring forward, this is meant to be a part of your path. And with the number 27 reducing to a 9, this is meant to help you wrap up a really, really big cycle, right? So this might be one of those things where it's kind of a judgment card energy where you're like, this feels familiar, but is this, you know, is this like kind of, especially if you're in a transitional phase of your life right now where it's like, is this of the past? Is this current? What's going on here? So I do see that. So let's see what else you have. Yeah, you have Chiron. Whoa, and this is group 3 and we have 33. So this is Spirit Quartz, Chiron, and healing. Excuse me, this reduces to a 6. But we also have master numbers. This person is in your life, or the situation, but I'm really feeling a person. This person is absolutely in your life. You might have like interestingly aspected Chirons if you do like if it's like, you know, you do the synastry for whatever type of connection this is. This person is here to help you heal deep wounds, whether from childhood, from past lives, or both. This person is here to help you like do very deep healing work. Like imagine they're showing me like when you have like this pretty like nasty gunky siding on a house and then you power wash it and it's like magic. Like that's kind of, this person's here to be your spiritual power wash. You might meet, you know what I'm gonna do? Hang on, I'm gonna pull you guys a special card. All right, I'm gonna pull you guys a special card from my Oracle deck, the Sacred Oracle Things Left Unsaid, because I kind of feel like I want to get a message from this person's higher self, because they're here to do higher self work with you. I want to pull 2. Do I pull 2? I'm hearing no. Okay, so don't pull 2. At the bottom was you reminded me how to feel. Thank you. I want to look at this one, but not take it. Okay, interesting. I've heard the question you've been asking. The answer is yes. So there's only 2 cards that are yes or no in that deck, and it's, you know, they're structured the same way, but the answers are different, the colors are different. So for some of you, you know, regardless of what this answer is, there might be multiple questions. And the second question you are asking is a yes, or it, you know, it could be a complex answer. We'll see what comes out. But the card that we pulled for them is, I still experience your energy like an echo throughout my entire life. Okay, so this could be, I'll actually leave it out. This could be somebody who is no longer in your life, or you're not in contact. This is something where I feel like you guys probably like deeply healed each other in similar ways. And whatever magic you did to this person, you really feel them energetically. They really feel your energy. They see like the ripple effect from your presence in their life everywhere in their life. They kind of can't get away from you. And I feel like they're in a process of making peace with that. I'm almost getting this person that you're asking about might like to work alone or have a group of people that you are not a part of. And I feel like that can be challenging sometimes. Like you might question your importance to this person. And I feel that they get a lot of their identity from being maybe on the road a lot or traveling or being a loner or just like kind of drifting, you know, from group to group or person to person. They're kind of always a little bit out of place. And so I think it kind of, there's something here where your energy just really like wormed its way into their heart. And I feel like that's kind of startling them a little bit because it's almost like I think they're used to detaching from people, from situations, from groups, and then going where they feel led, right? Where spirit is calling them next. And I think this is hard for them because it's like no matter if they've detached from you, if something has happened here, you're still with them, and this has been part of the lesson for them. Your energy stays with them, and it's a lesson. You might dream a lot about each other, or just like I said, see a lot of signs of each other. So if this is somebody like you're struggling with or you're in separation with, they're not really running away from you because they can't. It's like they keep running smack dab into you in some way, shape, or form. So if there's somebody like you're like, do they miss me? Yes, they do. But they also can't really miss you because you're still in their life. Your energy is still like very heavy in their life. So your yes or no answer is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, that's really interesting. So this is traditionally a no. The words here are stability, savings, foundation, money, and security. Now, I thought this was really fascinating because, where did I just put it? Oh, where did it go? Oh, I'm dropping everything. All right, it's lost. But the card I pulled out of this deck, which is, you know, I've heard the question you've been asking, and it's yes. This is why I'm saying maybe we got that, because this might be a kind of thing of like let's say you're in separation with this person, and you're like, you know, are they going to reach out soon? The answer might be no, you know, but if you had a secondary question of are they, you know, do they miss me? That's a yes, right? Or it might be a complex answer where it's both yes and no, right? So, you know, if you wanted to know, like, is this person a spiritual partner to me? Yes. Does that mean that that you will always stay together or that you should be together right now? That would look more like a no, right? And the purpose of this person, like I said, is to really facilitate healing. With the 33 here, this is also a healing and expansion to your consciousness, to your conscious awareness. And to especially how you express yourself. Any wounds around self-expression, they are here to help heal. Yeah, so you know, the answer here with the Four of Pentacles, the answer is no. Unless you're asking about a work situation where you're like, oh, do I team up with this person? If you're asking about money and finances and like partnership in that sense, I do feel like you are meant to work with, you know, take this job, work with this person. It will be really healing for you. But this also, I'm almost getting here where for some of you, this is a no right now, but it's going to be a yes, but there has to be healing first. So I want to pull you guys some extra like clarifiers and advice cards from Spirit. So again, recapping, unless this is about like a new sort of venture, like financially, a new job, this is most likely a no. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles reversed at the bottom because something's out of balance here. There's something that needs to be healed here. But this doesn't mean it's going to be a no forever. For some of you, this will turn into a yes. And there's again with this, like, I know, it's like, yeah, I know. So it's neither like here nor there. It's like a this and that are true kind of a thing. And I feel like that's almost more irritating for a lot of you watching than a straight up yes or no. So sorry. We have, the Hermit reversed. So this is a Virgo energy going on. Oh, okay, the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles, 2 8s. Very, very nice. Okay, so again, with the Hermit reverse, so these are both yes cards, right? And like with the Hermit reverse, I feel like this is where that delay might be. This is why it's a no right now, is because there's something that's like a security blanket, either for you or for somebody else involved in this situation. And either you or that person, whoever that is, they need to deal with it. And it's like they're kind of like haunted by it, or like this is going to keep coming up. So like there's no movement in this situation until that's dealt with. Because the Four of Pentacles is all about security, yeah, but it's security at the expense of growth. And that doesn't usually work very well. And this to me is kind of saying that like once there is, I feel like somebody in this situation might be resisting a little bit of this hermit mode, or it's like they thought they were done with this, but it's like, hang on, you haven't gotten the last drops. Just we could come back for a sec. It's like something needs to click, right? Look, we have these rails here almost. Like you need to get on the rails. And once you do, it's just like pew. It's a straight shot forward. But it's like, that's why I feel like this is a no for now, because kind of there's some healing that needs to get done. And that's when your hard work will actually start to move you forward at a really rapid pace too. This is about work. This is really talking about kind of the need to go within and figure out what it is that you want out of this situation, this job, this project, and get very, very clear on that. Because once you kind of align your intentions, the work you put in will yield results like, you know, many times over. It's like will yield it eightfold or something like that. And for some of you, if you're asking about a creative partnership, this is really encouraging you to get out of your comfort zone, especially if you're somebody who usually likes to work alone, to get out of your comfort zone, right? So if you're like, oh, you know, I got this offer for working on this content channel and I don't know if I want to do it, this is saying, you know what, really think about it. Really, like, you know, think about what you want. Think about how this opportunity may or may not play into it. And if you feel good about it, go for it, right? Because there's this encouragement to kind of create security for yourself, but again, not at the expense of your growth. And once you're kind of, there's something where there needs to be some healing. I actually want to clarify that. And once that is dealt with or addressed or acknowledged, things will move much quicker. Yeah, the Chariot, which to me is about shadow work. There's a little bit of shadow work here around success, I feel like, but also around power. Yeah, okay, success, Nine of Pentacles reverse, and around self-worth, justice. So this might be a karmic energy that you're dealing with right now. We have Libra and Cancer here as well. But that's because there's something out of balance. Yeah, Nine of Wands. There's a little bit of defensiveness that needs to be healed. And it comes from this, this struggle with either feeling alone or being alone. It's just, there's something about the relationship to self and to being alone that needs to be healed a little bit. So whether you're, kind of tend a little more toward codependency or hyper independency where you're like, I never need anyone, there's a balance that needs to be stricken. And I feel like that's what's working itself out here. So I think that's everything I have for group 3. I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 4. Bye, guys. Group 4. Oh, the energy is so different. Sometimes I get scared when I see the throat chakra stone because I'm just like, ooh, that's my weak chakra a little bit. But this feels like really nice, really breezy. It's just like, okay. Like there's this energy of like, if you're wondering like, do I have a conversation? Do I speak my truth? Is now the right time? Is this the right way to do this? Like, go for it. You're going to feel a million times better. Like, this is like the energy of like when you have a really satisfying fart where you're just like, oh, okay, that was exactly what I needed. Thank you. There's just like going to be this like pressure release for sure. So that already feels way better than some of the other groups. Like in terms of the energy, it's like less stressed out. So this is the oracle deck that I pulled for to kind of look at like an extra sort of confirmation or signifier. This might talk about what you're asking about. So this is like that added like confirmation that you picked the right pile. But if it doesn't, that's okay. This message can still apply to your question. So we have, oh, okay, relationship change. And look at all that blue. All right, so if you're looking to If you want something in a relationship, speak up. If you don't want something in a relationship, speak up. Easier said than done. We have 56, that reduces to an 11, which reduces to a 2. Decisions need to be made and conversations need to be had, and you'll never really get the true answer if you're not willing to give the true answer, is what I'm getting. And that is so much easier said than done, but I think you'll be, especially if there's something that you're like really worried to bring up in a relationship, you're really stressed out about. And I noticed, the Merkaba in this card is a different color than the background, but they're both a form of blue. This is more teal as opposed to like more of a regular blue. So they're similar, right? If you need to speak your truth in an important, significant relationship in your life, it will bring change. Make no mistake, it's gonna bring change, but I feel like it's gonna be a relief. It's gonna be good. Like, even if it's tough in the moment, you will both respect each other more. If the relationship, if it survives, will be better for it. You gotta like really get in there, and I feel like a hypocrite saying that because I do struggle with that. But I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised with what happens. So let's see what else you got. Oh, you have Pyrite with Mars and Momentum, 24, that reduces to a 6. Things are moving forward. There is abundance here, right? It's interesting on the pillars, we have 5 pillars. So there's been some like significant challenges and blockages to overcome, but there is this momentum propelling you forward, right? And I feel like whatever it is, it's time to talk. It's time to speak your truth. If you're waiting on somebody else, don't take action with this Mars. Because what I'm hearing is the only person's time you're truly wasting is your own. So like, I know it can be unpleasant, to find time to have a conversation that could make a potential huge impact and change in your everyday life. But the time is very soon at hand, if not now, to talk to this person. So let's look at what your yes or no answer is. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a yes, and I feel like this is positive. We have talent, skill, money. So you might be looking to talk to somebody about starting a business together. We have 4 different eyes here, so I feel like there's something where like you've tried to look at this situation from many different angles before you're ready to offer your truth. And I feel like there's a little bit of timidity because the Page is, a child archetype. There's timidity in this, but there is, it is something solid. It's kind of like, I don't necessarily know what to do with this, but this is my truth. Here it is. Boom. And if you're looking to kind of like, I'm just getting like really like speak up. If this is at work and you're looking for something more, but there's a fear that you're gonna like change the relationship you have to your coworkers, like, if you take a higher position, speak up, right? You might also think that you're underqualified for something, or you don't know enough, or like you're not really, it kind of has this energy of like, I can't bring forward, what I want to say. I can't make this offer. I can't share my truth until I've mapped out what I'll do with every, possible scenario after. Nope, just go for it. Take a leap. And I am a cautious person by nature. I rarely say that, but do it. Do it, motherfuckers. Do it. And so, yeah, I want to know in this situation, well, first of all, I want to pull some tarot cards to kind of get additional information or advice about this situation from your guides. The Knight of Cups reversed at the bottom. This is very likely emotional or romantic. This could be involving a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be you or another person. We have, the Queen of Swords reversed. The 10 of Swords, baby, what? Oh, and the Ace of Cups. I love we have a 10 and an ace, perfect progression. This is exactly what we're talking about. Queen of Swords, feminine air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There might be something where you need to set a boundary. There might be something where, again, this is just really having your truth and you need to speak your truth without fear. When the Queen's upright, she can do that. She sets boundaries, she communicates directly and clearly, she's very honest. She's just like very matter of fact, right? Very cut and dry. She's not afraid of what people will say about her powerful, authentic expression. But she's reversed here, meaning I feel like you're really struggling a lot to get the words out. And it's interesting, we have a Page answering the question, but then we have a Queen here. I feel like there are times where you sell yourself short. You think you're the Page, but you actually know a lot more of what you want or what to do in this situation than you're aware of. There's momentum here, and you're ready for that. And so again, I feel like you're selling yourself short, and I think there's like this hemming and hawing and sort of putting it off because there's this fear of the Ten of Swords. And it may be that there would be both, that there is this Ten of Swords moment that needs to happen to give way for this Ace of Cups. Now, if you're afraid to talk to this person about some type of change in the relationship, you might have something tough to tell them and you're afraid. Just know that this will make space, especially with the two doves. Normally this card only has one. This will make a lot of peace for both of you. You might be afraid to really like bring up where things stand in a relationship or what you want. Again, we had that Knight of Cups reversed, so to make an offer, because there's a fear of rejection, there's a fear of betrayal, there's a fear of like a breakup, there's, you know, having to hear an answer that you're afraid is going to break your heart. And, you know, the 10 came out upright. That might happen. I'm not going to lie to you. But things cannot continue on the way they've been, right? It will only keep you in limbo, only keep you terrified of the Ten of Swords. When we know there's this Ace of Cups up ahead, there is emotional renewal. There is a new beginning, whether with this person or not. But there's a lot of peace coming in, and you can't stay in the in-between forever. You're doing yourself a disservice. Again, it's like your guides are being really like, your guides are very much like, okay, you can go ahead and not say something, but you're just wasting your own time. So I want to pull from my my new deck that I made, which is the Sacred Oracle of Things Left Unsaid. But I want to pull for like what this person's higher self would want to tell you. Because your guides want to acknowledge there is a lot of fear around talking to them openly and honestly. Okay, I'm getting yes. And that's understandable. Yeah, we have the bottom. You shook up my emotions and changed my life. So we're getting some messages from their higher self in the hopes that maybe this is helpful. Our cycle isn't done yet. Okay, so if you're afraid with this Ten of Swords that something is ending, that's not what's happening here. Oh, you will always be a big part of why I'm pursuing my dreams. What a beautiful way to touch someone's life. Thank you. Oh, this person is really grateful for you. Parting with you is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Okay, so you guys may be in separation right now. There may have already been this Ten of Swords, and now there's this fear to approach them, maybe with an offer. They may have approached you, and you're afraid to say yes. But whatever the pain here, or the fear of the pain here, this is something that the worst is either already over, or it's not as bad as you think it is. Like, there is this Ace of Cups. There is this beautiful new beginning, and even if this conversation ends with you guys parting ways, which I'm thinking not, because our cycle isn't done yet. So I'm getting two things. Either you guys, there's a fear or something, the fear is worse than what's actually going to happen. And your cycle isn't done with this person, right? No matter if you're going through kind of a rough period or not, you have this beautiful renewal. And for some of you, it's like, if you're afraid to speak your truth, like maybe the saying, this is what I want out of this relationship, you know, where is this going? You know, how do you see this relationship? You know, whatever this conversation is you're afraid to have. For some of you, it's like the cycle, like they're not going to bring it up. This cycle, this in-between limbo doesn't end until you talk about it with them, right? It's like, it's just going to keep going. So if you're like hoping and waiting and sort of praying for them to say something, it's not going to happen, because part of the lesson here is to help you feel more comfortable and confident speaking your truth. Queen of Swords, you're a smart person. You're an articulate person, right? You know what you want, but there is fear around owning your power and asking for it. And I think that this is something you're likely aware of and you've been working on, because we have this momentum, right? You've been working toward this. It's been building, and there is this renewal, whether it's with this person or not. There is this beautiful renewal up ahead, and there's a lot of peace for both people, a lot of like mutual peace available to you. Oh, there's like a little gopher outside my window. He's got such a fat booty. What a cute little guy. Okay, so who knows? Gophers might be a sign for you, or groundhogs. I can't really tell the difference between which one he is from here. But this is everything I'm seeing for group 4. I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you guys the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 5. Bye, guys. Hi, group 5. 5. Ooh, I like this feeling for your energy. I'm feeling very empowered, very sophisticated, very 9 of Pentacles. The blue goldstone, you know, this can be about like finding your inner power and your inner courage to move forward, especially in new beginnings. So I feel like this is something where either you're coming into that or you're in this place now where you're like, all right, you know what, I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready to take on this new identity, this new role. And I feel like they're showing me somebody settling into like the control seat, like putting their like hands on the armrest, and they're like, all right, cool. We're like sitting at your nice big new desk, and you're like, whew, okay, I'm such powerful. So yeah, I like that energy a lot. This is nice. So I pulled these oracle cards with the intention of getting like an extra sort of signifier of what these questions might be about. Now you can use this for extra confirmation. If it doesn't align with your question, that's totally fine. The message is still, you know, for you if you want it to be for you. Excuse me. But we have, ooh, moderation. Love it. Okay. This is card 14, so that reduces to a 5. So there's something where I feel like you almost, we have the oppositional colors here, so this is like root and heart chakra energy. There's a balance here between feeling secure in the world and like doing something that you love, right? So this is like maybe you've reached a point where you're starting to monetize a hobby and starting to see a lot of success for it. You may have like, you know, starting to advocate more for yourself at work, so you have security, but you also are in a much better emotional position. Maybe, you know, you're not facing burnout as much. You got promoted to a job you really like. This is like you are in your element. You are owning your power. So this makes me think of the Temperance card too. Some of you might be Sagittarius. But like things are falling into place for you, and this is because you are just, yeah, you're owning that shit. You threw out the receipt, like, you know, not taking it back, no way, no how. And I quite like that a lot. So let's see what else you guys have. Oh yes, okay, you have lace agate 23, so we have another 5, so 5 showing up twice, changes up ahead. With the air element and adaptability. Yeah, this is because you're able to kind of, these are oppositional colors, so you're trying to, it's almost like you're able to kind of own both ends of the spectrum in terms of your own energy, right? The Temperance card always makes me think of something that the universe has sort of whipped up nice and special just for you. And it's like the perfect fit for your needs, for your desires, right? And it's because you found this kind of balance within yourself. And for a lot of you, I feel like with the air element here, this has to do with your perception. You may have recently kind of gone through this transformation where you're really seeing yourself more empowered, like you're more courageous, you're willing to kind of like go after what you want more. You're willing to ask for what you want more. And as a result, you're getting different, well, results. You're getting a different experience because you are ascending and you're taking the leap and you're thinking about yourself and your worth differently. Excuse me. For some of you, I will say, you know, temperance can be about you know, like physically being, you know, in good balance as well. So if you've been trying to do things to improve your physical health, or especially for some of you, I'm getting you've maybe like pretty seriously cut back or quit drinking, and you're starting to kind of see a little bit of a breakthrough. I'm not like a mental or physical health professional, of course, so nothing we talk about should be substitute for professional diagnosis, treatment, or advice. But for some of you, I'm almost getting that you made changes maybe 5 months ago in terms of like your physical health, and it's now starting to really change your mindset as well. You're starting to experience like more of the mental health benefits from your decisions. For some of you, you may have like really changed your routine, like been very regimented with your, you know, eating schedule, your sleeping schedule, and it's really starting to pay off now. You're starting to see how these changes, like these like little steps that you've taken, or not little steps, but, you know, straightforward steps that you've taken are now adding up in a really huge way. So your yes or no answer to your question, we have the 8 of Pentacles. This is a yes, and this is because of your hard work. We have education, achievement, hard work, and results. And we have the bee imagery here as well. So this is very like sweet results. You are starting to get you're starting to get a lot of solid offers and feedback from your hard work. I love this. So I want to pull you guys a couple of tarot cards of advice. I know this one was a little bit shorter than the other readings, but the messages are concise. You're on your shit. You're owning it. And I'm really happy for you guys. You get to have like this really different experience. Yeah, Knight of Wands, things are moving forward excitedly, passionately, and quickly. So we have, yes, the Five of Pentacles reversed, another 5, sweetheart. Oh, the King of Cups. Look at that little cute bald eagle. Sorry, I say that because the guy on the card is bald. Oh, the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. And the Four of Swords. Okay. So here's the deal, baby seal. I feel like a lot of you, this is emotional healing, right? We have the King and Queen of Cups. This could be a counterpart match. But I feel like these are more talking about your own energies. So I feel like you're somebody who very intuitive, very spiritual, very emotional, very caring, very nurturing. But I feel like this is something where in the past, you've offered this to other people and really gone out of your way to give your cup to other people. But you haven't nurtured yourself, right? The Queen of Cups is very much a maternal archetype. And you haven't really offered that to yourself. There might be an extent to which, because look, he's sitting in his chair and the like waves are all splashing up around him. She is dead ass halfway in the water. And so there might be an extent to which you really kind of like held the line for other people's emotions, held space for other people's emotions, no matter what was going on. You might be that person somebody calls in a crisis. But you were kind of maybe doing this at the expense of your own mental and emotional well-being. And I think a lot of this has come from really struggling with the Five of Pentacles to let people in. You may have had some really challenging life experiences early on that made you just really feel alienated and alone. And almost like the universe kind of abandoned you. And I think this is what you've been healing with the Four of Swords. And as a result, you're experiencing a really big shift, if not now, then very soon, in your mental and emotional landscape. And that's what's allowing this to be a yes, because you've put in the hard work. And this is very positive. Excuse me. If you're asking about something and you were hoping for a no, I think with adaptability, you're being encouraged, to feel your feelings, feel feelings of disappointment, but try to temper that with the knowledge that whatever this would be a no to that you're hoping for a yes, this is because whatever you're asking for, it's not living up to your hard work. It doesn't match the level of your hard work. You deserve more. And so this opportunity might seem like a really great thing on the surface, but it actually would kind of drain you and deplete you. And you're past that in your life. You've worked hard to overcome that. And now it's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your very difficult labor. So I think this is just about everything that I am seeing for group 5. Once again, this is a yes. And this is because you've worked really, really hard. You've earned it. So that's all I got for group 5. I'm wishing you the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 6. Bye, guys. Hi, group 6. Okay, you guys got my little turtle friend. I love him so much. He's so cute. I don't know why when I opened the shell, I just heard, look what I can do. So it just makes me laugh really hard. I don't know what it is. But I feel like there's something where the energy for this today is I feel like you're very tenacious. It's very cute though. A very tenacious, oh, I don't care. I'm going to get there. I don't care. It happens when it happens. It's if you guys ever see the Office when Pam is about to go into labor, she's like, I'll get there when I get there. And if I don't get there, I don't get there. And that's the energy here. And I actually feel like this generally serves you really well. I like this energy a lot. This is really, really sweet. For some of you, and this sounds cheesy, and I've never really gotten this from this before, but just because the shell pops open, for some of you, you have the answers. You have more resources than you think, more internally than you think. But for some of you, you have the answer. You have what you're looking for. You're just maybe not seeing it quite yet. You might be really focused on moving forward, so much so that you're missing the fact that you have something that could help you. And that's okay. Spirit will show it to you sooner or later. But I'm kind of getting it. Some of you, they're like, yo, over here. So I pulled oracle cards from this deck to kind of be confirmation or signifier. So your question might have to do with this theme. It is totally okay if it does not, though. The message might still resonate. So We have domestic harmony. I love this one with the green and the blue. This is heart chakra and throat chakra energy. We have a 46 that reduces to a 10/1. So a cycle is ending for a new cycle to begin. And I feel like this is a very happy change of events. This might be something you've been waiting on for a really long time. And there may have just been like a lot of, I'm almost getting, with domestic harmony, just like little like bumps in the road at home. So this could be, I'm almost getting like home improvement stuff. So like maybe there's something where, you know, you've been like doing a home improvement project, and then when you started kind of like getting into it, pulling more things apart, you found out more things had to be done. So like, let's say you're like, oh, I went to go, you know, redo the, you know, I don't know, the basement, and then we found a little bit of mold, and then, you know, we went to go do this, and we found this, and then we found we had to apply for this permit, and it was just like one thing after another. Things might finally be settling down. Like, I'm hearing for some of you, if you're looking to hire a contractor, you're wondering if you picked the right one. You have, congratulations. But this is kind of like you can finally relax, right? There's peace here, there's tranquility, and like, this also might be where you might have surprise resources that you weren't aware of coming in to help you, or like you might try to, like, it might be a situation where like financially you can't afford to make improvements, but then you end up learning a new skill. There are two beautiful white butterflies flying by my window as I said that. For some of you, I do have to say with, you know, domestic harmony, this can really just talk about anybody that you live with. So for some of you, this could be like, you know, your partner, your spouse, your kids, your family members, if you have roommates. Things are just finally harmonious at home, or very soon I feel will be, right? A change is coming, and it feels like very much a sigh of relief, very peaceful. So let's see what else you get. You have, ooh, excuse me, moonstone, crown chakra, transcendence, and the number 1. Yeah, I feel like it's interesting. We had a 10/1 and we have a 1. So this new, excuse me, this new cycle that's beginning, first of all, you're getting a lot of divine guidance, so yay. This new cycle that's beginning is going to bring in a lot of harmony and a lot of peace, a lot of like understanding, a lot of deep knowing. For some of you, you could be moving homes. You could be moving like in the situation of a relationship, like moving in with your partner. You could be moving to a different, like a significantly different location altogether. But this is because you're ready for this next step. You're ready for this expansion when this comes along. And we'll pull more cards to kind of look at the situation, but yeah. So for your yes or no, you have, oh, okay, interesting. You have the Hermit, card 9. We have healing, solitude, inner work. So some of this might really be based off of you doing the healing work, right? For some of you, there is this desire, there's a cycle that's ending in your current living situation, or is very soon to end, and there's a new cycle that's about to begin. You're being asked to take alone time to figure out what you want to manifest for this new cycle, right? You're getting a lot of spiritual downloads, a lot of guidance, a lot of wisdom at this time. You're being shown every step of the way, whether it seems like it or not. Excuse me. And actually, I want to pull tarot cards to kind of look a little deeper at what this is. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups so bad. It's the coffee. Page of Cups. Okay, so some of you, I will also say, this could have to do with having children, if you're like thinking about if now is the time or not. But we have, yeah, the 9 of Wands. The Empress reversed. Okay, so this could have to do with motherhood, whether this is you as a mother or dealing with your own mother, or, you know, your partner getting pregnant. The Ace of Wands, there's that new beginning. And the 4 of Cups, interesting. So I like that we have the 9 and the Ace. That implies the 10 of Wands and then like this new beginning. Yeah, you've been going through this cycle with the 9 of Wands where you feel like you're just having to fight everything. And there might be kind of this energy with the Hermit of like, yo, Spirit, what the hell? I also like how this version of the Empress looks a lot like this person. And I feel like part of what this was all about was really a call for you to nurture yourself. So maybe this is like to start seeing yourself as more powerful, to start appreciating yourself more. That's been a huge part of this cycle, is self-appreciation. Another thing I'm getting to with these two cards, well, these three cards really, is that you might kind of be at this place right now where you're ready to give up with the Four of Cups. You're bored. You're kind of just like, I'm all done with this. I can't deal with any more stuff. And then you might be surprised that, boom, there's this new beginning. Yeah, there's this new beginning. I want to pull more here because I'm not really getting like a clear yes or no. It really depends on the circumstances, but I want to see if I can get a little close. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles reversed. So there's a long-standing, and look what's sticking out too, 10 of Wands. There's a long-standing cycle that's coming to a close. This might be like an ending of like a pretty significant era. So there might be this like these mixed cards because it's mixed, you know, feelings. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed, okay. And the Five of Cups reversed. So again, you know, there is this recognition of, you know, needing to let the past go. And you might just be in this place of healing. This could be family wounds with the Empress showing up, domestic harmony. We had the Ten of Pentacles. But I feel like it's been where you haven't been able to move forward. You felt really, really stuck. And this, I think, has to do with everything with your perspective. I'm almost getting with the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. I feel like you've, this has been to kind of get you clearer on what it is that you want, as well as what you don't want, and help kind of shift your perspective, because you may have gone through this kind of period of transcending where you've really been surprising yourself by what it is that you desire, what it is that speaks to you. And that might be like a different course of action than what you had been planning. And it might cause you to need to reroute, but that's okay. So strict yes or no cards, right? This is a maybe. This is, you know, depending. This is a no. This is a yes. This is a yes. This is a no. This is a no. This is a no. And this is a maybe. So they lean a little more no toward than yes, but I don't think it's that cut and dry. Excuse me. I feel like there's this energy that once you kind of, with the Empress reversed, once you kind of take this time to really like spend on yourself, to really like get in touch with your higher self, to nurture your dreams, to nurture your passions, it may very well change your perspective on what it is you want. Again, this is like what we were talking about before. The answers are within. Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense now. I feel like the answer that you're looking for is within, and I know that's really frustrating. Like I said, strictly yes or no cards, there are more no's here than there are yes, but I don't think it's that cut and dry, and I don't want to do you the disservice of telling you something I don't think is true. Yeah, so I do feel like there is this beautiful new cycle that's starting, though. Whatever it is that you pick, if it's in alignment with you, if it honors you, if it serves you, if it respects you, if it speaks to you both spiritually and in the grounded physical reality, then that's the path for you. Anything less than that is not deserving of your energy, of your love, of your high vibrational, you know, energetic expenditure. And so each and every one of us has to decide what is truest to us in the heart. And that might be why this is one of those, you know, the answers are within type of readings. So I know this isn't exactly a yes or no, but I do hope this was helpful. Yeah, it's been an honor and a joy to get to have you here today. I hope I get to read for you again in the future. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm wishing you guys the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.